Hey everyone, I don't know what this video is going to be about, but we're going to be doing a channeled reading. We're going to be doing confirmation as always, but let me just pick kind of the precursor card that is going to tell me what this reading is going to be about. So usually I'll do like a problem area that is in the intended's lives. Let's pick from the middle. Yes, we'll get into the confirmation because I think confirmation is really important to prevent spiritual psychosis. Connection. We are all connected by a universal sea of energy. All that you think and do will have an effect on the world. Reach out and connect with the world around through love. I really feel like this is probably I did a video a while ago about being isolated, self-isolating, or even not even just self-isolating, but also just being isolated from other people in general, like that being forced upon you. I feel like if this is anything like that, I'm also seeing the web. Yeah. Like people who are very chronically online, as they say. I feel like if you know the word chronically online, you are chronically online. I'm chronically online. I'm not shaming anybody who is, but I feel like this is for the folks that are online a lot and they're not really connected with people. So let's get into, am I recording? Let's get into, we won't get into the device first. We'll get into, let's get more on the current situation. I'm just curious what's going on in the current situation. Why are you isolated? Why do you yearn for connection? Or it could be the opposite. Maybe you're already feeling connected with other people. I don't think that's what it is though. But let's just pull the current cards. Alright. I'll pick top, middle, bottom. And I'm kind of a menace when I shuffle. I feel like I have to shuffle a lot. I'm trying to find a way to not use tarot cards as much. I just don't have my other tools with me. Okay. So I'm seeing this childhood connection. Ooh. Okay. Here we have Six of Cups, Knight of Cups reversed, and Three of Swords. I'm getting that you went through a breakup, or you're currently going through a breakup. I feel like there are people in your life that are trying to reach out to you and are trying to keep you grounded, connected in this time of this like heartbreak with this Nine of Cups person, this masculine person. But I feel like you're kind of rejecting it. You're self-isolating. And you might not even realize that you're doing it. And maybe it is something that you do and you just don't know how to break that pattern. I'm sensing that this is something that you do in response to hard times, especially relationship-wise. So I want to see, I'm nosy, so I want to see what led up to that. What led up to this heartbreak? I'm curious. We're going to pick 3 cards. What led up to this heartbreak with this masculine Knight of, that was Knight of Cups, I believe. Knight of Cups figure. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a male person either. Okay. Just someone with a little bit more masculine energy. I need to work on my shuffling. 3 cards. Nine of Wands reversed. Three of Coins. I feel like they were kind of jealous of you. I feel like they were jealous of literally your coin and people cheerleading you in your life. That's what I feel like. They were scared of a bad bitch. They were scared of someone, not scared, jealous. Maybe scared of someone who's very articulate, well spoken, speaks their mind, you know, not meek and mild. I feel like, okay, we have Nine of Wands reverse here. I feel like some of y'all want to leave the relationship, but you had a block in leaving and you were doing things to kind of goad them on to leaving. That might be, that's some of y'all. And that's some of y'all. There's another group of you that not necessarily you did things to try to encourage them to leave, but you wanted to leave but you couldn't for some reason. You felt like trapped. And this, they might have even been doing things to try to get you to stay, like on purpose. Some people go as far as doing literal witchcraft. It might be trying to trap you with a baby. It might be trying to get you to stay for, you know, you have maybe an animal you adopted together, or what's another one I'm picking up on? Like living arrangements as well. You were just feeling trapped and you were staying, you didn't really, for some reason, you felt compelled to stay. All right. So that was the past. Let me get into the confirmation. I'm gonna put in the confirmation in the description because I would have normally done it by now, but we're gonna get into the confirmation. Okay. And what the confirmation is, it's just telling me the signifiers of the group that this is intended for. It can be physical traits, personality traits, it could be events that have been happening in your life, things like that. And yes, I feel like if you were here for my first video that I ever made, this video, I feel like a lot of them might apply to this video. Anyway, here we have this card, people. You could be like, have a darker aesthetic, but I also see there's a group of you who also have this. I'm looking at this lace here. It's really catching my eye. You may be, I don't want to say Lolita vibes, but kind of like gothic, but instead of like, you know, the traditionally, I'll say traditionally, but a lot of the gothic aesthetic, but like make it white instead of like all of the darker themes, like the lace. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm not goth myself, guys, but think of like a goth aesthetic, an emo aesthetic, but make it white. I feel like that those two kind of groups this video is pertaining to. Here we have magic. You might practice magic yourself, some type of witchcraft. It might run in your family. You may also have a strong connection to owls. I'm just getting that. The owl's really popping out there. Communication. I feel like the person might even look like this. The person in, not you, like the person reading, but the male figure might look like this. For some of you, not all of you. And then also just the theme of communication. You feeling like communication is maybe, in certain ways, you're very good at communicating. Maybe you're a very well-spoken person, very intelligent, but maybe in romantic relationships you have trouble speaking your truth. In family relationships, maybe in academia or in the workplace, you're very good at that. But the closer familial romantic relationships is a little bit harder to speak your truth. So that's a confirmation. I'm gonna put that in the description. I should probably write that down. I'm not going to though, because I want to get this video done. Let's get into the advice. We're gonna pull 2 of these cards. Just trying to see what else. Yeah, I'm really getting, I just saw a baby in one of these cards. They may have been trying to trap you with a baby, and then some of y'all, I don't want to get too into it, but for whatever reason it didn't work out on their part. You know, you didn't get trapped, right? You're not together anymore, or currently you're separated. That could be a very big theme. I'm getting that this person was very narcissistic. Let me shuffle these cards again, because we got magic and connection. We just got those. Let me just shuffle again just to make sure. If we get those cards again, then I think it's meant to be. But sometimes you need to reshuffle. That's all. Let's just do one more time. I do think regardless though, if you are someone who, and that's what I feel, click on, if you're watching this video and you feel like it resonates, click on my first video that I ever posted, because I feel like that might pertain to you as well. Leadership and trust. Okay, yeah. Leadership and trust. I think some of y'all are very worried about the sunk cost of things sometimes. So maybe part of why you were in the relationship that you were in, maybe you had some limiting beliefs. Like maybe, you know, I'm older. Like I already spent so much time with this person. I don't want to build something new with another person. You know, giving into that, they call it the sunken cost fallacy. I think I said that. But just believing you put in so much work into the relationship or something. And this could not just apply to the relationship, but a lot of things in your life in general. It could even be a business or a career or a job. You spent so much time in a certain area, you feel like it'd be such a waste to leave. But really, it'd be even more of a waste to stay in a place that you're not going to be happy in, or it's not meeting your needs, standards, and wants. Well, it's just a lack of trust in yourself. Like you really question your intuition a lot. And maybe sometimes you say things, I think some of us, we give advice, but we don't always follow it because we have trouble trusting ourselves, even though we know certain things we should be doing. know that the universe, your ancestors, if you work with anybody, any deities, they got your back. Your family, certain family members got your back. People in your life got your back. And I think some people in this reading, you think nobody has your back, but they do. And it's because you think that because it's coming from a place of feeling lowly about yourself. How could anyone want to help me out? Or how could anyone else want me? Or how could anyone want to be in my presence? People do, but it's coming from this place of lack of trust in yourself, lack of self-worth. That's tea, because there's like a horse in here in the shadow. There's another horse in the other card that we pulled. We have leadership. You are no longer the supporting cast. You are the leading man/woman. Take the initiative and lead the way for others to follow. You'll be judged by the company you keep and those you admire. Some of you might be chronically in a relationship. Not chronically in a relationship, but you always stay in a relationship. You break up with one person, you get with another person. It's okay to be a strong-ass, domineering individual. And like I was pulling that Queen of Swords, who, mind you, she also had a sword too. It's okay to like own that. And I'm getting that the partner that you were with was really trying to bring that down. Take away that really positive trait of yours of being very, I don't want to say warlike, but very fierce, and being very, is headstrong a negative trait? No, is that a negative word? Like a strong individual overall. You might be a horse girl. You might have an interest in horses. I don't know. I'm getting something with horses, y'all. Something with horses. So, I guess the advice, trust in yourself. This person and probably other people in the past, maybe in your family, have said things, done things to kind of wear away your trust in yourself, to try to dampen those really strong traits. And a lot of you, I feel like, are probably women viewers, if not feminine, just like feminine in general. Just know it's okay to be domineering. It's okay to, I hope I'm using that word right. It's okay to be a scary bitch. It's okay to be scary a little bit. Sometimes you need to scare a bitch because you're so confident and you're so like, you know? Let's get into, how far are we in? 20 minutes. Let's get into what will happen if you so choose to follow the advice that was previously stated from Spirit. Okay. And some of you guys might also be spiritual yourselves. Learn to water your spiritual garden. Go back to the practices that maybe you have neglected a bit, especially if your partner was trying to suppress them too or look down on them. I was just getting that because I forgot to get some water for this reading for the spirits that I work with, and I was getting the idea I need to get some water for them. Let's do one more shuffle. Okay. I think some of you are contemplating going back to that ex. Because I'm getting the Four of Wands reversed here. You seeing this marriage here? It's like mirrored weird, so I have to like... I have the Four of Wands reversed here. I'm really picking up on this marriage thing. And this is going with the sunken cost. Some of you may have been engaged, or some of you may have been engaged in a long-term relationship. You were looking forward to marriage. Know if you take that advice, you're not gonna get married to that person. Like, that person is not meant for you. Okay? Here we have the Justice card. And then we have Five of Wands. Okay. You taking back your confident, a little bit borderline scary bitch personality, strength, resilience back. People don't like a confident, people don't, this is the thing. People will shit on, especially women who are very confident and strong, who are authentic, who stand out. You might butt heads with people, or some people might try to butt heads with you. Know that you don't need to get caught up in all that. It's gonna come with some struggle. It's gonna come with some struggle, okay? Bitches get mad. Seriously. But that's the path that's gonna be. And you can do things to try to mitigate that. I think a lot of it is mindset, though. To stand above all that. And here we have Justice. You're really doing justice for yourself. Like, this is what needs... Taking that advice, it's ultimately... That advice from Spirit is ultimately going to bring you much more balance. You're going to be doing justice for yourself. You're going to be looking back. Like, your future you is going to be looking back on your past self and is going to be like, that was something that I needed to do. That was something that needed to be done. Or those steps I need to take back my authenticity, my confidence, had to be taken, even if it led to some pushback. I'm getting, that's within the next 6 months. Okay. This is not the end all be. This is not the end all be all of the cards, right? It's just given the next 6 months. And I feel very hopeful for you guys. I do. That is the reading. Let me know if it resonated. If you felt like this reading resonated, go back to my first video because it might resonate as well. I might link it. I might put it in the cards or whatever it's called. But I'll see you in another video, and I wish you best of luck. Have a good day. Book a reading if you would like a personal reading. Website. It's on my YouTube. It's going to be in the description. Bye.